Dear Bangtan Jesus, Expensive Girl came on my autoplay today. I really need this album to be good so that I can clear that disaster from my mind. Amen. Okay. Hello, welcome back to part 2 of my B album review. The first part of this little series that I did was just me reacting to the Life Goes On music video. Now I am going to attack the whole album, which honestly isn't going to be too crazy. It's only 8 songs, super short, or 7 songs and a skit. So it's super short, it's gonna be super easy to get through. Let's go ahead and react to this. I've heard Life Goes On and I've heard Dynamite, so there's only 5 songs that I haven't heard on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. So the first song on the album is Life Goes On. If you want to know my thoughts on Life Goes On, you can check out my music video reaction, which is right here. I'll jam to it a little bit. I love this pullback. Oh my god, it's so pretty. He's so pretty. Okay. I love this song. Like I said in my music video review, it feels like someone's just grabbing you by the shoulders and being like, it's gonna be okay, we're gonna get through this, you know? So I love it. It features singing Hobie, which is awesome. We didn't get a lot of that in Map of the Soul, so it was super cool to have it here. Let's take a look at the next song. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, this one is the first of 2 subunit songs on this album. This one features most of the group. We've got Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, and V. Gosh, I love this beat. Yeah. Honestly, the V-men harmonizing. The V-men. So peak. Oh my gosh. God, they're so good. Okay. Yeah. This is an upbeat beat, but it's a super broody verse. Okay, so Fly to My Room. It's kind of about making like your sanctuary wherever it has to be. And, you know, we can all relate to that. Pandemic. We've all had to, you know, deal with being home more and not being able to do things that we love. And this song is about, you know, kind of having to reconcile with being with yourself and making a sanctuary in and of yourself. And I really like that. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Oh my gosh, these are so good. So Blue and Gray, from what I understand, is like the only song on the album that was almost fully produced by a member of the group, and it was V, and this is a song that was cut from his mixtape. So I'm interested to see what this is. All right, Blue and Gray. This is super not the vibe I was expecting. Gosh. God, it's like they're singing this close to your face. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. That one I finished off camera. I was not ready and I started crying. I'm not gonna be the one that cries on YouTube. Not today. Oh my god, it is so sad. You can tell that this was written by and because of the pandemic. Oh my gosh, it broke my heart. That little V feature at the beginning, and then Jungkook. Oh my gosh. That broke my heart. And then we get to Suga. I have never been called out in such a specific way before. That kind of put into words exactly what I've been feeling, and I'm sure a lot of people have been feeling throughout this entire pandemic. And you know, for the last like 8 months or however long we've been doing this, I've been quarantining by myself in a city where I don't have a lot of my friends and my family is like 10 hours away. Stop crying. I am not the one, okay? Yeah, that really put into words a lot of the things that, you know, I've been thinking about and that I've considered and that I just haven't been able to, you know, verbalize for the last few months. Yeah, that one got me. Wow, yeah. Really good song. Alright, telepathy. Yeah! Maybe this is just kind of like the era that I leapt into when I started listening to BTS, but this is what I've kind of grown to expect, this kind of, you know, kind of boppy beat. Gosh, that is a catchy song and so cute. Oh man, let's see here. God, that was a good pullback. Ooh. These lyrics, my guy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I like dissies. First of all, I clearly interpreted the title of this song incorrectly. I thought it was called Disease, as in like a sickness, which I guess it could be kind of a double entendre, because I guess there's like disease, but it's also dis-ease, a lack of ease, like just feeling anxious. That was a cool little double meaning that I definitely wouldn't have caught, if I hadn't read the lyrics in English. So I'm super glad that I did that, because the song is deceptively peppy. I feel like I could just like rock to this. In concert, it would have like cool choreo. I can see it in my mind now, but it's like a super, not sad song, but just like kind of discomforting song, you know what I mean? This is Stay. From what I understand from the research that I did, and by research that I did, I do mean that I did just a rudimentary Google search. It's not like I did any intense researching here, but from what I understand, Stay is a song that ended up on the cutting room floor when it came to Jungkook's mixtape. It's one of 2 subunit songs that includes Jin, RM, and Jungkook. So let's give it a listen. I like the vibe. God, that was good. Yeah, that was a good pullback. Ooh. That was nice. Pick up. Oh. No, that was the end. Okay. I was expecting like one more drop, but no, that was the end. Okay, can I just say, the blend, the harmonizations between Jin and Jungkook, unparalleled. So good. This is the first kind of standard love ballad of the album, and I don't think there's another one. I think this is the only one, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that song. Gosh, that was really nicely arranged. I like that arrangement. Usually I'm like, oh, I could have used less drums, or why was that guitar there? There was nothing there that I was like, why? You know? Gosh, that was so good. Oh, gosh, this is such a good album. All right. And then the very last song on the album is Dynamite. we already know Dynamite. I'm gonna play a little bit of it just so that I can jam, but yeah, really nothing else to say about it that you haven't already heard.
Cause I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the moon, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Life is dynamite. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa.
What a bop. Okay. I told you in my teaser video that I was gonna share my unpopular opinions about Dynamite, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to, because the more that I think about it, it's just such a bop. I have, like, things that I want to say about it, like the fact that, you know, I was just getting into BTS, and I read this interview from a couple years ago with one of them, I don't even remember which one, where they said, you know, we're a Korean pop group. We really don't see ourselves doing American English music anytime soon. But then a week later, Dynamite came out, and I was like, oh, it didn't put me off, but it kind of took me off guard. I was like, oh, that was a pretty immediate redaction. At the same time, I love the music video. I love the vibes of Dynamite. God, it is such a good song. It's gonna win so many Grammys. Honestly, that video provided us with peak Kim Taehyung. V, in that green suit with the Prince Charming swoop. Oh my god! We have never seen a more smiley Suga. That is the smile of a man who knows that he's about to walk away with a half dozen Grammys. I'm just saying. So that was the album. There wasn't one song on the album that I kind of wanted to skip through, you know. I was worried that because, generally speaking, my preference for album length is anywhere between like 12 and 15 songs, which is why I was afraid that this album was going to feel short. And I was also concerned that if one of the songs flopped on this album, there wasn't going to be enough to buffer it on each end for me to, like, forget about it, you know? You know, like with Map of the Soul, if there was a song like Respect on the album that kind of wasn't great, you know, there was 45 minutes of music on both ends to buffer it, and this album really didn't have that, so I was afraid that, like, if one song was one that I could, like, take or leave, you know, that kind of would have dampened the whole album for me. But there really wasn't a single song like that. They were all so good. Even the one that made me cry. Hello, welcome back. We are now on backup power. There's really no telling what quality the video or audio for this outro is going to be. But there was just one thing, if I was really splitting hairs, there's literally one thing that I might change on this album, and that's the ordering of the songs. Thank goodness that skit was in the middle, because part 1 of this album and part 2, complete strangers. Like, they do not know each other. It sounds like two completely different albums. So what I would have preferred is maybe like 1 or 2 transition tracks in the middle. But you know, like I said, that's completely a me preference. I'm not gonna not listen to the album because I thought that the order of the songs was funky, you know, but if I were to change one thing, maybe the ordering of the songs, because to end on Dynamite felt kind of strange. I feel like I would have preferred it to end with Life Goes On, but saying that, I also don't know how on earth you would have worked Dynamite into this album if it weren't just at the very end, you know? So while I was setting up my second camera, I was also trying to work out like how I would have ordered these songs to make it more cohesive. And to also work Life Goes On into the finale of the album, because I feel like it would have been a really great closer. But doing that, I don't know where on earth on this album you would have put Dynamite, because it is just it's such an anthem, and it wouldn't fit in the first half. It would feel weird to have it between Telepathy and Disease. Like, there's nowhere else it could have gone but the end. So I feel like they did exactly what they should have, aside from just like making that a single and not putting it on the album at all. They did exactly what they should have. I loved this album. It just has me jonesing for even more BTS in the future. I am totally on board now. I am so sold. I love BTS. Side note, people ask me all the time, like, who my bias is, and OT7, no bias. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of a disaster. This is probably the most chaotic video that I have ever put out, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Comment down below, tell me who your bias is in BTS, and also tell me what you thought of the B album. I personally loved it, and it's going in my shuffle with a quickness. So with that, I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!